Have you ever been told that you think too much? That you analyze everything, read too deeply into situations, or make simple things complicated? Maybe people have said you're overthinking it, as if you can just switch it off. But if you've experienced it, you know it's not that simple. Your mind doesn't just stop. It keeps going, searching, questioning, trying to understand everything around you. Overthinking is often misunderstood. From the outside, it can look like unnecessary worry or overreaction. But from the inside, it feels like you're trying to make sense, trying to get clarity, trying to avoid mistakes. It's not about wanting to complicate life, it's about feeling safe. The truth is, overthinking people are usually deeply aware. They notice small details, changes in tone, subtle behaviors that others might miss. They pick up on patterns, emotions, and unspoken signals. This awareness can be a strength, but when it's not balanced, it turns into mental overload. One of the biggest truths about overthinking people is that they don't trust uncertainty easily. When something is unclear, whether it's a conversation, a situation, or a relationship, their mind tries to fill in the gaps. It asks questions like, what did they mean? Or what if something goes wrong? This constant questioning is an attempt to gain control. Another important truth is that overthinking often comes from past experiences. If you've been in situations where things didn't make sense, where you were hurt, confused, or caught off guard, your mind learns to stay alert. So instead of taking things at face value, it looks deeper, searching for hidden meaning. Overthinking people also tend to replay situations in their minds. A single conversation can turn into hours of analysis. You go over what you said, what the other person said, what it might mean, and what you could have done differently. It's like your brain is trying to find the perfect answer after the moment has already passed. Another truth is that overthinking is closely tied to emotional sensitivity. When something matters to you, you think about it more. You care about how things feel, how people respond, and what the outcome might be. This level of care can make you more thoughtful, but it can also make you more vulnerable to anxiety. There's also a strong connection between overthinking and control. Your mind believes that if it can think through every possibility, it can control the outcome. But in reality, most things in life, especially relationships, cannot be fully controlled. And the more you try to control them through thinking, the more overwhelmed you feel. Another hidden truth is that overthinking people are often hard on themselves. They don't just analyze situations, they analyze themselves. They question their actions, their words, their decisions. They look for mistakes, even when there may not be any. This self-criticism can create a cycle where thinking leads to doubt, and doubt leads to more thinking. Overthinking also creates a disconnect from the present moment. Instead of experiencing what's happening, your mind is either in the past, replaying something, or in the future, imagining outcomes. This makes it difficult to fully enjoy life because your attention is always somewhere else. But here's something that often goes unnoticed. Overthinking is not just a weakness, it's a misused strength. The ability to think deeply, to analyze, to understand patterns. These are valuable skills. The problem is not the thinking itself, but how and when it's used. When overthinking becomes constant, it stops being helpful. It turns into rumination thinking without resolution. Instead of solving problems, it creates more of them. Instead of bringing clarity, it creates confusion. And instead of making you feel prepared, it makes you feel stuck. So the question is, how do you deal with it? How do you live with a mind that doesn't easily switch off? The first step is awareness. You need to recognize when you're overthinking, not just thinking. Ask yourself, is this helping me? Or is it just repeating the same loop? This helps you separate productive thinking from unproductive thinking. The next step is learning to pause. When your mind starts racing, take a moment to step back. You don't have to follow every thought. Just because a thought appears doesn't mean it's true or important. Creating distance from your thoughts helps reduce their intensity. It's also important to focus on what is real. Overthinking often creates scenarios that haven't happened and may never happen. Instead of getting lost in possibilities, bring your attention back to what you actually know. What is happening right now? What is certain? Another key step is accepting uncertainty. Not everything can be explained, predicted, or controlled, and that's okay. The more you accept this, the less your mind feels the need to keep searching for answers that don't exist. You also need to build trust in yourself. Trust that you can handle situations as they come, without needing to prepare for every possible outcome. This reduces the pressure on your mind to constantly stay alert. It's also helpful to channel your thinking into something productive. Writing your thoughts down, organizing them, or turning them into plans can give your mind a sense of direction. This turns endless thinking into something useful. At the same time, you need moments where you disconnect from thinking altogether. Activities that bring you into the present, like movement, creativity, or simply focusing on your surroundings can help quiet your mind. Healing overthinking doesn't mean becoming someone who doesn't think deeply. It means becoming someone who knows when to think and when to let go. It's about balance, not elimination. At the end of the day, overthinking people are not broken. They are aware, sensitive, and thoughtful individuals, whose minds learn to stay active for a reason. But that same mind doesn't have to control you, because the moment you learn to guide your thoughts instead of being controlled by them is the moment your mind becomes a strength, not a burden.